During the summer of 2023, we moved to a remote Scottish Hebridean island to be its only two residents, along with our 2 pet sheep and pair of cats. These remote islands seem to retain an old-fashioned rhythm and a charm which we find encouraging us to live a more frugal and simple life, the way man was perhaps more intended to. We have an ancient stone cottage to restore, veggies to grow, livestock to build up, fish to catch and smoke, a boat to buy, and much more. Step back in time with us at the Scottish Isle.
So what is it, the first day of no rain for 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Blue sky, some sort of strange glowing orb in the sky.
Yeah, UFO. They don't call them UFOs anymore, do they?
Don't they?
No, they've changed the name of them. I can't remember what it is.
I didn't get that memo.
So today's back up to the buyer and we've got to bring down bookcases. And these are without a doubt the biggest bits of furniture that we've had to move yet, and heaviest. They're like late Victorian. Are they oak and pine?
They're big anyway.
They weigh a ton, but they've got to go over to the cabin because my books and vinyl and everything else needs taking out of all the damper areas. We've got boxes stored in the back here in the old chicken sheds, and this weather is just too much for them. Everything's getting really damp, so that's what we're doing today.
Time to fix it. Let's go. This is going to be the biggest thing that we've moved down the hill.
Twice.
Yep. I have to say I'm not looking forward to this.
I'm never looking forward to any of it, to be honest. I don't wake up in the morning and think, yippee!
It's like a river running down this hill.
Again.
So still out there.
This is my old workbench from the old place. How many bits of furniture is this?
Restored.
And
many.
Built. Used to actually have this in my office. Can you see it from the other side? It just looks nicer from the front.
Yeah, it's a cool old workbench.
And unfortunately it's been in the rain.
It's just too heavy for us to take to the cottage.
Remember, these were the old rafters from the barn at the farm that I made bookcases out of.
Yeah.
I wonder where that Sharpie had gone. And this is a disaster.
It's fallen over. We've not noticed.
It's fallen over at some point, we haven't noticed, and it's just been filling full of rain. And again, this is an old Victorian bookcase.
It's a nice one, I like that one. We'll have to dry it out slowly.
It sags in the middle here. But we need to sort that out. Anyway, but this is one half of what we're taking today. And like I said, they're old Victorian bookcases. Weigh an absolute ton. But I think this is the smaller of the two, isn't it? I'm glad that it is, because I've got 190 by 150. It's going in an L shape in the corner of the cabin, and 190 here, 150 here against the glass, looking out to the sea. And I think that one is the 150. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the other one.
It's an awkward thing to move.
Where's that shelf gone? Oh, it's there. What's everybody else doing on Boxing Day? Right, we'll get the trolley. And we'll get it down there.
This is what I'm looking for. This is the workshop that we have access to on the island. And these are all our offcuts of leather from restoring antiques. When I was at Mum's over the Christmas period, I lifted, without her knowing, her old cookbook that I remember her having as I was growing up. It's Mrs. Beaton's one, 1974 edition. And she and Dad got married in 76, so it was probably her first cookbook that she got, I think, for her wedded home. But the spine's come off and she's just covered it in masking tape to keep the boards together. So I thought it would be a nice surprise for her to recover it. This is goat's leather, which is lovely and thin and strong. It's really good for bookbinding. I love bookbinding. It's one of my favourite things to do. I don't know if I've got enough because of this hole in it. I don't know if I've got enough to recover the whole boards, but I can certainly do something with it, and I can definitely repair the spine. It's a good colour for it as well. So, off back down to the cottage. takes a few days to do a book because obviously you have to keep going back to it, letting the glue dry in different stages. These bits that I've added are, they will help to hold the front covers on, but from my perspective they're actually more decorative because this mesh is what's going to hold the covers on. But seeing that I'm covering it in leather, this is going to look more traditional and attractive. So I just need to fan out these bits of string, and then I can attach the covers back to the book and start with recovering the leather. I can't see now either, I'm behind it. Nope, you're squint. Oh. You're going off again.
I'm not going off anywhere. All I'm doing is pulling it from the middle. Hang on. Now this is the good bit. Can't hold on top and do this at the same time.
Something tells me this is going to stay on the island until it's suitable for firewood and nothing else. Wherever it lands, there shall it stay.
Hang on.
I'm not doing anything.
You are, you're pushing it. I was watching you.
I had to take a minute and leave Scott to it. That was utterly exhausting. But that's the worst thing that we've moved so far, and we've still got another one to go. I don't know how Scott managed to drag this thing up the cabin steps himself, but he did. I'm shaking, I'm so tired. Oh, right, let's go and see. It's the abandoned trolley. Hello?
Hello, it's a bit bright, isn't it? God.
Can't see you.
Can't see me at all.
Can't see anything. Well, now you're too bright. How did you manage to drag it up there yourself? We've not seen in your inner layer for a while.
Well,
it looks good there, doesn't it?
It's just junk, isn't it? It fits there just. I think the other one's going to go there, and yeah, it'll be fine here. Do you think it might be a little bit like?
Oh, squint, yeah.
I haven't got the level in here, so I'm going to get the level out, but I think it's a lot squint. It's a little bit too close to the fire for my liking. But the fire's never on unless I'm in here anyway, so. But I know all this, but we are antiques restorers. This will be restored.
I'm knackered, Scott. I can't express to you how tired I am.
I'm fine.
Maybe I should have eaten something first.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, this was like...
It's worse than anything.
Well, this was a nightmare getting up there. I brought this in on my own because Katie just couldn't do any more and she'd become a liability. So she was sent away and I finished it off on my own. So I brought it down. If you just follow me, just come out of here, down. So I brought it across here. Now the trouble is down here is the deckings are wet and that was the biggest problem. Because of all the rain that we've had, this is the first day in 2 weeks it stopped raining, and I mean it's been raining all day. We might have had like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, but everything is sodden. So getting up here was the hazard because of this decking here. We need more of this like chicken wire putting over all of the decking. But I just pivoted it up, just going over. It fell 3 times. Seriously, I'm not joking. It fell 3 times. So on the 4th time, I got it up here. And then I just dragged it in.
I'm going to have to go because the beans are cooking.
Beans?
Beans.
Beans?
Yeah.
Who's having beans?
You are.
What, baked beans?
No.
That's going to be the intro.
You guys have been telling us that old man's beard, the lichen that we found that grows on the silver birch, is a fantastic medicinal aid to loads of things. It's antiseptic, so it fights infection in wounds. It has antibacterial properties, so it's good for all sorts of infections in the body. Plenty of other things as well. And I have this one tree that is just, let me turn the camera around and show you. It is just absolutely covered in it. It's magnificent. So I can definitely harvest a bunch of this and dry it and still leave an absolute ton of it on the tree. Someone in the comments was saying that this only grows in places where the air is very pure, and I believe that. So what I'm going to do is hang this all up in this mesh bag and just dry it and make it into a tea as needed. That's quite a lot of cups of tea already. Might just get a little bit more. I was reading it's a cross between a fungus and a lichen. Or a lichen, whatever you say. Scott and I aren't the types of people to take pharmaceutical drugs. I think we'd make an exception for antibiotics. But given that's the case, I like to collect as much from nature as I possibly can to have in my herbal arsenal. I've got a ton of meadowsweet that I picked last summer, which is excellent for, it's like an aspirin, except it's not as bad on your stomach as shop-bought aspirin. No wonder it's called old man's beard, eh? Here we are again. I'm off to visit my mother. I have a life jacket. What nautical theme are you going to use to tease me this time?
Theme to the Onedian line. Titanic.
Poseidon?
I don't know.
What are you filming me for?
Because
everyone's concerned for my safety.
Because there was a lot of anxiety regarding your life jacket last time.
Everyone was concerned for my health and
what's
safety.
interesting is that is the only time that you have forgotten the life jacket. We've always worn life jackets every other time.
Very unladylike, isn't it?
Well,
were you going to say something about me not being ladylike in any way?
it never even crossed my mind. I'll go and get the oars.
You're right, I do need some new boots. It's about time.
Well, the current looks quite strong.
It's not choppy as it was last time though. So
No, but do you, are you better off like launching yourself right here than there?
well, so long as I roll kind of vaguely in that direction, you kind
That's
of
what I mean.
you oversteer so that the current helps you across, right?
Yeah.
You don't go in a straight line.
So
well,
if we push you off from the, where the rocks are.
well, I'll just go straight into the seaweed if I go there though.
I don't think the seaweed's going to be a hindrance.
It is. It's a terrible hindrance to row
It's
in.
only when you get on yours, but
Wish me
wish you luck
voyage.
as I wave you goodbye. Cheerio. Blah, blah, blah. Off you go, on your way.
haven't even had a hug goodbye. Not so much as a kindly look.
Did you have any breakfast?
I know, I had a cup of tea and a biscuit. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. I don't know the rest of that song. We've been here before.
Yes. Whatever you do,
Don't lose your hat.
don't lose your oars. Yeah, that hat is definitely not coming off this time. And away.
Godspeed.
Well, you picked the right weather, didn't you? It's very still. You are on course. Right, you're drifting out a bit. You're halfway.
I think you said I'm halfway. Windy though.
The current is so strong here that it really does take you. That's why whenever one of us is crossing, the other one's here watching and make sure everything's okay.
Miles off course.
I was just saying how strong the current is. The first time that I did this, I went way off because of the current. You're nearly there.
This is where I figure out I've left the car key in the cottage.